Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Leonard Remstam's YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna check out the bow visor and see if it floats. Kind of interesting. It's so heavy, but it's on the same time it's very big. And yes, uh, the real one is about 50 ton plus. So this should be 1 million times smaller in weight. So this is about 50 gram, but I added a little bit, so this is about 60 gram. It's about 60 gram there. So yes, I've been working on it. It's all in paper, and if you want to check out and copy the printing, all the pieces, it's on my blog. And what you do is just cut them out. All you need is a scissor, copy paper, and you glue them together, and then you let it dry, and then you just soak it in with oil. You can use any kind of oil, vegetable oil, the oil you have to when you make food, cooking food, yes. So it's should be water resistible. So let's see. And it's very strong. It's very strong. Here it's three pieces of paper. Same here, 3 pieces. First one big piece here, and then one small piece is just to make it stronger. And it becomes very strong, you know. If this should be a regular iron steel, it shouldn't be this strong. I don't think so. I have to check that out because I've been working a lot with steel and doing welding and stuff. But this is something else. But it's very similar. It's very similar. You just weld them like a tailor. You make your clothes. It's the same. You know. It's just a different way to put the pieces together. So, well, you let it soak. You see, it's very. But after a while, it's dry, and you can still put things together, and you can still shape it and make it very strong. But let's see if it goes. I never tried this before, so this is the first time. And let me get the measure. Well, at that it was what? Kind of high. 4 meter plus. 4 meter. That's about 4 centimeter. So waves go up here, and so between the top and the bottom, it's probably about 8 meters. It's the double. I think they measure it. They should measure it from the center. Otherwise, it's not that big. 4 meters. Well, let's try this. Interesting. So it was windy, and yeah, Estonia kept a speed about 14 knots or something. Well, let's see. Let's see. Interesting. Interesting. This is this is kind of interesting. This is well, it's not interesting, but this is weights because this is just only 10 gram, 10 gram, maybe 10 tons in real, but because of the strength and the weight, I have to put some weight to get up to 60 gram. That's what we want. That's 60 ton. So let's see if this float. Yes, it does. It does float very good. But well, you see here, it's like it doesn't need much to get down there. Once it goes down there, the visor is sinking. But it's still not. That's strange. You see, if you feel it up, it's kind of adjust itself. So it yes, and there it goes down. But you see, it needs a lot of water to float. And it doesn't really matter. I could change this point. Oh, the paper is getting kind of. Well, if you put it in there, it's not a big difference. And you see, but it doesn't need much. I mean, we're talking waves. We're talking waves 4 meter high. Wow. If I just put some waves in and see what's happening, just keep some floating. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, this is weird. You see, it's and you see when this is 60 grams, so you can see the speed. I'm messing it up. I have to stop. erase this one because it's kind of, yeah, it's not a good thing to, because you see the glow, it's, uh, well, no, I let it dry, but you saw what I meant? It's floating, it is. Well, that didn't work. It's not water and it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Once you have made one, it's easy to make another one. You just make a copy and cut them out. So that's what I'm gonna do with this one. Because it looks so red, I'm gonna leave it in the water. We're gonna play around until it makes. This is the wrong glue. And you see the paper is just getting, it's losing its strength. No, and then it's just going down. So say goodbye to this one because I'm just gonna leave it in the water and let all the pieces separate all these pieces. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm keeping it. I already got the parts. Let's see when the paper is dry, because it's very strong when it's dry, but then when it's get wet, wow, it's so weak. It's gotta be a way to make it real waterproof. But this is probably, the strength of the of if this was metal and the real size, I couldn't do like this. I should just break it because it's too heavy. So this is probably the same when it's wet. It's very, you have to be careful. And that's the same with the big size, the real size when it's made of metal. It's, I mean, you see, if you just put your fingers there, and that's what happens when you're working with small things and you want to stick to the scale. It's just, well, you saw it was interesting. So probably the visor could float, but at the same time, I didn't check this one. I have to do that one too. I mean, now I'm just, I mean, the bow visor is sitting like this, and it's almost like that. So, what they are saying when it comes to this piece that's over here, it should hit it under here. They mean that every Estonia is hitting here, but when the visor is right now, I broke it. Wow, it's too weak. The paper is interesting to work with, but just to find a way to make it waterproof. I don't know. I should have tried, but it's live and it's improvising this reconstruction about if it could float or not. I'll probably come back when I find a better way to make it water resistant. But mm, interesting. So what does it mean? If it just fell down in the water, could it float? Yes, for a while. It looks like it because this is a little bit heavier, but at the same time, you never know if they have it. I mean, if you make a visor like this and it's in front of water, you want some drain. So if it comes water into it, you don't want it to stay there. You want it out as fast as possible. So at the same time, if you shake it around, this is 50 gram. 50 gram, that's a half centiliter. And half of a centiliter, it's nothing. So the more you pour up, the more it's gonna. This seems to be the heavy part here. This is not so much. Here it's a little bit heavy, but well, it's gonna go like that. And it will float around for a while until the waves and the winds. It's probably steady in the wind because it's so heavy, and it just goes with the. So it could probably float away. Yes, but I don't think so because of the piece here that's broken. And you saw when the visor went down to the seabed. I don't know, it's not so high speed. It means if it's got to have that crack, it probably fall on the seabed. You see, this one's gonna hit it here. So how come this is broken? Well, it comes like that. It's not gonna. Mm, well, it's gotta go like that maybe, but it's not gonna be that much. Mm, doesn't say really no, but well, Yes, water and paper is probably if I paint it. This is oil. This is what the painters do. The oil I have, oil paintings. Maybe it's the wrong kind of oil. Maybe if you put some water resistible glue or something, try something and just make it waterproof. Nice surf, keep the water away, and it's gonna soak into it. Paper and oil, I mean, they all got carbon, so the carbon is doing the work to make it strong. And this is, I mean, when the bow visor is sticking up like this in the water, the rest of the ship is going down here. I mean, it's going down with the stern, and the bow is getting up a little bit more. So once it gets to this, it's easy. It doesn't need much power to turn over here, and in here you have the ramp that goes, and mm, I'm not gonna play with it anymore. Let's let it dry. Yeah, it's going to the museum, the art gallery. Mm. Well, you do your, see how you're doing it. I mean, it's not easy. It is easy. It is easy. It's very easy. It's very easy. Well, that's it for this time. No, see you next Saturday, and be good to everybody. Yes. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.